Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode, hello, Squid, of Building with BdoubleO. I'm in a little bit of a daze right now, I have to say. It's hard to explain. I mentioned before that I was going to kind of tour around the Artcraft server, which is like a Lord of the Rings type place. Might pop a couple. I took a couple screenshots, and I'm very. My brain is like exhausted. It was probably one of the most beneficial Minecraft experiences I've had in a long time. I was able to talk with some of the builders and the lead administrator, and it's just unbelievable the level of detail that goes into that place. Like, I feel like I do a pretty good job of planning things out and doing, trying to get like a real nice looking build and stuff, real nice looking city and kingdom, but it doesn't even compare. It's a totally different level. I'm awestruck. The whole time I was awestruck, lost for words. It is so impressive. And let me try to share with you guys some of the things that I learned, okay? I was there with Lynchy Inc. as well, if you remember Lynchy Inc. from back in the day. But one thing that I really learned is a story. Stories is so important to what you have going on. And you don't even have to like make up a story. Their thing is based off of Lord of the Rings. So a lot of their stuff already has a story behind it and lore and all that good stuff. Whereas here, there's only what we make. There's no true story. It's just what we can create. But it's not necessarily that. It's the story of the area on so many levels. Like, we had a story for this kingdom, which we kind of made. We kind of made a little something up for this area. But then there's another level of that where you go into the story of the people and the story of the house. Like this. I built this. I built this. I built this and this and this. What are these? These are buildings on the port of a fishing village. But what else? Like, and that's why I built these, but then I don't know where to go next. Well, you got to create a story. What's this building's purpose? What do you do? These guys and this one, what do you do? Are you connected to that one? Are you separate? Do you do something else? Do you fillet fish? Do you cook fish? Do you have anything to do with fish in general? Do you sell nets? What do? You go to all the places and you figure out what they do. And you go to that level. Now all of a sudden, now you got reason to put more blocks down. I get lost. It's like a writer's block. Like, you think, what do I do next? We decorate out the dock, but what now? What do you do next in this area? And it's a matter of figuring out what does every little thing do? What's the purpose every little thing serves? And that was so eye-opening to me. It was just a very, very cool experience. And then there are like some structural things that I learned. Like part of why I've always kind of wondered, why does my main spawn area, why doesn't it feel like the buildings are okay, but why does it feel so amateurish? Obviously, because I built it early. This is one of the first places I built when I started on here. But maybe let's do that one there and then put a little roof thing above it. Yeah, let's do that. But part of why I feel so amateurish is the roads. are just straight grids. And something they say is don't do that. Don't do just straight grids. It's boring. Do curving, winding roads. Like here, up here, even here, I'm making the same mistake. I'm up here, and it's fine to do sometimes, like obviously, but I'm getting some major stuttering. I got to figure out why. But yeah, here, there's a little bit of a kick over, which is good, I guess, but there's no real winding, and I was trying to make like a straight branch off here. No! Winding, angles. Very, very immersive. Very good thing to have in your world. So, I'm inspired. I'm super, super inspired. And I feel like I've learned, but now it's a matter of like, you get this knowledge. Now it's your first day on the job. And you have to figure out, okay, how can I put all this knowledge that I have to good use? That's the tough part. That's when things get difficult. So we know how to build. We know how to build in Minecraft. Can't do that because I won't be able to walk up. We know how to build in Minecraft, but how do you take it to the next step? And hopefully, we're on the verge of cracking open a new level of building. I think some of the stuff that we do around here, all this, I'm happy with this. I think this looks nice. But we got to hit a new level. And hopefully we can. Let's put a little bit of something over here. A little bit something nice. Let's do like, I brought these bricks over as well for bricking. Maybe some brick action. Maybe that's nice. Yeah, that helps kind of detail that out a little more. And then here, since this is probably going to end up being flat anyway, because we don't want to get in the way of this walkway, brick. Helps just mix up the texture a little bit. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm feeling really good right now. I'm feeling like I just want to go crazy building. It's probably not coming across because, I mean, this tour, I was talking with these guys for about 3 hours. And after a while, it's just like so much knowledge, you almost need a break for your brain. But at the same time, I want to get in here and get cracking on things, man. Last episode, we made this. We decorated the dock out. We did this string thing, which if you unload the chunk, the strings are gone. But if you relog into the game, they all come back. So it's whatever, you know. We can't freak out about it. I think I added one there. I don't think I added anything else since we last were together. But yeah, so I think what I want to do today is I want to work on, dude, this stuttering is going to drive me crazy. I got to really figure out what this is. I want to work on this area, this kind of lower level area. And this will be a good opportunity to put the road thing to good use, to where we plan out some roads that aren't going to be super, like, straight. Get some curving and some winding going, huh? Also, by the way, I joined Hermitcraft. Surprise! I never told you guys that I was going to join, but now I've joined, and we're building in a jungle there. But it's going to be different from this. We're taking on a different idea for the Hermitcraft world with Etho and Beef and Doc. So don't worry. Jungle, yes, but different building and stuff. So it'll be good. Anyway, I'm going to fix the stuttering issue. And we're going to work out something for our little area over here. How much time do you want to put into your builds? That's the question. And that, I think, is exactly what determines how good it's going to be. And I don't just mean like an hour or, you know, did you put 2 hours into your build? Like, how long did this build take me to make? Well, this aqueduct, it didn't take very long to make. But where the real time comes in is when you build this and then you stand back and you think, this is big. This is a big separator. So hear me out. This is also one of the biggest things I learned today. When you build this and you step back and you say, you know what? I kind of don't like it. Or I don't like this bit here, a lot of times for myself, I'll just say, good enough. It's good enough. Leave it. But if you say, I don't like this part, even though it took you, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do it, redo it till you're happy with it. That's something that a lot of the great builders do. They just they tear it down, replace it. Think about in survival mode. I do a lot of my building in this creative test world first, which makes life a lot easier because then I get a design I like and I can just go into survival and know what I'm going to do. But imagine if you're in survival and you're building this and you're like, okay, let's see if we like half slabs underneath here. So you pillar up, get all the way up here, and then you put your half slabs on. You scaffold over, you put more half slabs on, and then you come up here, you get on top, you put these half slabs on, and then you're like, okay, I got it done on this side. Let's take a look at it. So you knock it all down, you waste durability on your pick. Oh, your pick's broken. Now you've got to go repair it. And then you come back and you say, it's not great. I really need to redo it, but that took so much time, I'm not going to redo it. The people that do redo it, those are the great builders right there. So building a Minecraft, I think, is very much a time game. There's a lot of other things that play a part in that. But yeah, that's something. Here's also something that I am going to try that I learned from my art of craft friends is that you can do a little bit of a mini mock-up of an area. So we've got, let's see, the placement. I'll have to maybe do this a couple times. But we've got our dock here. It comes out like this and like this. That's fine. Let's just do that. Right? And then we have grass. It comes out here and even to here, I'd say. Yeah. I should put that into the ground since that's a dock. But this is kind of a helpful little technique, doing something like this, because it gives you the ability to kind of get an idea of what your map is going to look like from above. I really, really like it. So you just lay out. So like, let's say this is the dock, right? And then we have our stairway going up here. Let's put, oh boy, where's the stair? Stair, please. Thank you. Got the little stairway going up right here. And then boom. And then this is our other area with that walkway that goes down like that. Right? You guys kind of see it a little bit? It's kind of cool being able to do something like this. And then we could just take some diorite and say, okay, here's that one tower we made with the cyan roof. And then here's the other tower we made with the jungle roof. And you can just kind of lay things out. Use, oh, get out of here. Toggle downfall. Use a wall, cobblestone wall for our, and then we'll do some like slabs, cobblestone slabs for our aqueduct. So that comes out like here, kind of. Where is that? Yeah, let's say it's just about here. Just do it too high, too tall. It just gives us a little idea of what it feels like. So this gives us like a little, just a small model of our build, that everything that we've done so far. And we can kind of lay out how we want our roads and our city to go from here. Now, I think I'm actually going to redo this and do this on a little larger scale. because I really want to try this. I want to try to lay it out and see if I can get like a good design put together. This isn't only helpful for like a top-down view, because a lot of time I've had a fairly good success using like voxel sniper and painting roads and random stuff in. But this is almost like that. You're almost like playing God mode, you know? You're way up in the sky looking down, and you can kind of shape your paths, how they're going to go, how they're going to meet up, how would this meet up with this, what direction what direction it's going to take. Hey, maybe I want to terraform this and make this kind of come out more like this. You know, it's not going to give you a perfect representation, but it'll at least give you an idea. Not only that, you can work out certain heights of buildings, you know, locations and whatnot. So I'm going to kind of do that. Obviously, I'm going to do it off camera because I've got, you know, this is already too small. So I want to do it a little bigger than this. But yeah, I'll come back. We'll see if we can actually pull this off. Okay, this is going to be nice. This is going to be so helpful. Okay, I've enlarged the size of what I did originally, just slightly. And I think something that is important is scale, probably. I got the scale kind of close, but overall, this is so helpful. I'm getting so much benefit from this for several reasons. But let's just let me kind of explain some things. So I'm considering these to be like the tall trees, the 2x2s, and then these would be just like normal sized trees, and then ground covered in foliage, right? Grass. But then these would be houses. The ones with roofs, we'll maybe call them 2-story houses. Ones without roofs, maybe just 1-story small huts. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure. All of this is kind of temporary because once you get into the world, things could potentially change. But ideally, okay, so we've got our dock here. You know, this is where we've been fooling around. There's our different port buildings and whatnot with our crane. So then the aqueduct comes over and, you know, we're going to have a walkway through here. So I'm thinking a house here, go through here, probably have like a little well right here, something for all the villagers to get water from. And then house, like these would be houses, a small hut here. And then maybe just like a little farm, small, but just a small little farm area right here. And then some more houses along the shore, houses here, big tall tree in the middle. We have to keep these trees pretty frequent because you want the whole thing to still feel like it's buried in the jungle, you know? And I think the tall trees often will help with that. But then small house, boom, 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 all the way around. And then possibly melon farms here. Like, I made it 2 because melons take up 2 blocks when you have to do them. The stems, let's see if I can find the seeds. There they are. The stems take up 1, and then the melon block comes up next to it. So this would come up and then boom. So they take up more space. So I was thinking leaving like a 2 wide spot for that. And then wrap back around and you can come out. But then maybe like a little alleyway here, hopefully. This would back up to, here, let me go back for reference. So blah, 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 we come back out here. Here's the dock, we go up, and then we walk down this way, which is where we have kind of our glass pathway, you know? So there's this building on this side, have a stairway come down, and that building would be here kind of still. Access to it, maybe. Probably not. No access to it. No access to it because these are the lower level people. You don't want to give them like easy access entrance to it. But the wall would be there. Walk along here. And then this enchanting table, I was thinking maybe like a little bit of a worship place or a magic place. You know, we're kind of going to elven themes, so magic is kind of a thing. Magic. So maybe that like back here, almost in a back alley, but kind of near the front. And then just a couple more houses, back sides of these houses here. That's kind of the game plan. I was thinking maybe like a wash area here. Like, just learn, you know, the cool thing you could do is make an area where people can wash their clothes and stuff like that. So, yeah. And the nice thing about this, though, when you're building like this, the little crop area and the church, or, you know, this, they came to mind because I'm thinking of all the different blocks. Like, I'm having fun making this model. And in making that model, it's giving me ideas. Like, I could go, okay, this one will be a florist, you know? Just tons of little things that you can do. We don't want to do anything furnace-y or forgey because they're going to be trading and getting most of their iron from the spawn city, you know? So that's not going to be a big thing. Maybe even we probably want to work out a cocoa bean farm somewhere as well. We don't have a ton of space coming out here unless I do some major terraforming. So, but yeah, what else? I mean, there's just so many different types of blocks that we could use to kind of represent things. Like, this could be like, okay, this is going to be like a money changer. That building, you know, tons of cool stuff, lots of options. Ooh, how about this? A glass garden. Huh? Maybe. We've kind of done those before, but that could be kind of cool there as well. I don't know. We'll see. What I want to do now, though, I'm definitely not going to be able to get to build this today. No way, because making this model is kind of taking quite some time. And if I were to try to build all this today, we'd be screwed. But for the next episode, we'll certainly have that. But I want to get into the world, and I want to kind of walk this path out a little bit and see if this is practical and possible. Okay, so here we are on a much larger scale now. Right? You've got the feel of what we had before. So I had temporarily kind of laid out a building there. We maybe even kick it back a little further. Yes. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then have one coming out like this. We'll see how far. Maybe like that. And like that. Okay. So that's kind of what I had. I think I'll have to reference it back and forth. But that right there is great for us because it gives us, maybe we've even put a building here or just some trees. We leave those trees or something, but makes us go this way on the road where it kind of winds. And then once we come through the aqueduct, we'd go this way. And this is where I need to do all the terraforming because originally there's this cove here. I'm going to extend this out all the way to the peak of this peninsula out here. So this will all be land from there to there. And I think with that, that is going to give us the space that we need. I got to take these off. They're going to break, man. That's going to give us the space we need to make this work, I think. So it'd wrap around. I mean, we'd come out here. This would be about where that farmland is that we were talking about. And then we come around this way. And that'll leave plenty of room for like a wide river right there. And so we'll have access to this river too. I wonder if that could play a part somehow as well. Well, we can't get up anywhere. Hey, we found a spot. Okay, then we wrap around here. And this is where I was thinking about having a step up. Stairs up, yeah. So we could have stairs up to this area to get on the level up there. But I'm pretty certain I'm going to want to chop all these trees down. And we come through here. This would kind of be like the watermelon grove area, possibly. Come back through. Well, yeah. Okay, so we're super close to that. We got to back it up a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to give us all the space we need. So is that the entrance there? Yeah. So back here, maybe. Yep, this could be a good spot for that little enchanting table spot we had. I think it's going to work. It looks like it will. It's just going to require a ton of terraforming. I'm going to have to really chop down a lot of trees, get this axe repaired. Going to use a lot of iron on shears, no question. I think you could put on breaking on shears, but that's probably not worth it. Probably just go through the iron. Why not? But I think it's going to be good, man. I think we do that. It's going to be really nice. So that's one of the big things that I learned today. A lot more stuff. That's why I was just so out of it this morning, because I'm trying to think, like, how can I relay all this knowledge that I got to you guys in one little shot? I can't. But as time goes on, as the series continues, and hopefully I improve as a builder in this game. Little tidbits will come out. More incentive for you not to miss an episode. Gotcha. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. All right, everybody? I hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry if we didn't get a lot of building done in the world, but we got a lot of progress, a lot more progress than it looks like. So anyway, love you guys to death. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for all your support on this series. And we'll see you all in the next episode.